Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Beyond the Scoreboard. I'm Jackson Geiger.
And I'm Aiden Roach.
So, those of you that are tuning in, obviously for the first time, as this is our first episode, um,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to talk a little bit about what is Beyond the Scoreboard. Beyond the Scoreboard is going to be a college, professional, and a very minimal high school podcast that myself and Aiden have been talking about for a couple months on it, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Talked about starting this thing for a couple months. I'm a part of another podcast, repping it here with the game night, little game night hat, baby. Um, uh, so we're going to talk about. I'm a Columbia City grad. I'm a sophomore over at Grace College right now, studying sports management. And then, like I said, I'm in another podcast called Around the Fort. So doing a lot of stuff with them, and then hopefully gonna keep going here with Beyond the Scoreboard, get her off and running.
Oh, yeah. No, I've been waiting for this. I'm also a Columbia City grad, currently freshman at PFW. But then this being my first podcast, I've been wanting to start one for a while now. Been looking forward to this for years. Just been looking for someone to do it with, and finally got my guy. So
Yes,
here we
sir.
are. Here we are.
All right. So I say let's just hop right into it. So
Let's do it.
we're gonna start off with a few of the NFL games from this week. Let me hop on over here and let's take a look at some of the scores from this weekend's games. There's a lot of good games, Aiden. There was a bunch of
Oh,
good games
yes,
as
there
we can see
was.
on here. So we're gonna start off last Thursday. Cowboys took out the Giants. Wasn't necessarily an easy win for the Cowboys at all.
No, no. Daniel Jones throwing to Malik Neighbors lately that's been something to look at.
Definitely. My Chicago Bears got a win at home against the Rams. Caleb Williams looked serviceable. I'm not going to say great, but he looked serviceable. The running attack with DeAndre Swift, Rashawn Johnson looked top tier this week. And then kind of spreading the ball around to all the receivers this week for the Bears. Looked impressive.
Oh yeah.
So and then hop on down. Falcons Saints. Falcons win on a last
Oh
second 58-yard field goal.
yeah. If I'm not
So I
mistaken,
guess
that was Younghoe Koo's longest field goal,
it
I
was.
believe. Yeah,
It was.
he
I think
said.
his previous best was 56 or something.
Yeah, yeah. I saw they went for it, and I was like, ooh, that's a tough one. But he made it. That was the longest, I believe, in Atlanta as well. That was the longest field goal made.
Yeah, yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
And
So
then moving on. Don't hear this often. Vikings 4-0.
that's
Vikings
insane.
4-0 with Sam Darnold at quarterback.
He's not seeing ghosts anymore.
He's not seeing ghosts anymore.
That's for
Big
sure.
story in this game though was Jordan Love, first game back, four touchdowns, but three interceptions.
Yeah, that's rough. That is
Oh,
rough.
it's gotta. And Aaron Jones' first game back at Green Bay since
Oh yeah.
leaving. Colts get it done. Obviously, big story in this game. Anthony Richardson ended up leaving the game, and Joe Flacco
Oh, I
came
love
in.
Joe Flacco. I love Joe Flacco. He came in and he led that Colts team against the Steelers, and man, he did a great job. Pittman with
It,
was 113 yards.
yeah.
Great game.
Broncos Jets. No offense in this game at all.
Oh,
And
that was a
what's
rough
really
one.
unfortunate for the Jets in this one is Broncos through one half of the game had negative passing yards.
That was that was awful. Yeah, I mean, Bo Nix threw to what, four people, three people. He had
Yeah,
negative passing yards going into the half. I think Cortland Sutton had 60 yards, and that was all of Bo Nix's positive passing yards. It was awful. That was awful. I
yeah.
couldn't
And
with it.
another big one was Bo Nix's first touchdown pass.
That's crazy. That it's 4 games in and it's his first touchdown pass, but here we are.
And then going down, Buccaneers derailed the Eagles this week.
It's yeah, I don't know. The Eagles are struggling this year. I and the
And that's
Bucks
one of our
are
points we
legit.
got coming up a little bit later on is what's up with the Eagles?
Yeah, the Bucks are
Do we
legit
know?
though.
They are legit.
You got to keep an eye on
Bengals get in the win column.
them.
Took long enough, but Burrow, 22 of 31, 232, 2 touchdowns. Panthers, honestly, 2 straight games have played well.
Andy Dalton. I was hoping
It
he'd get his
is. It's
revenge
the Red
game.
Rocket.
Oh yeah. I was hoping he'd get his revenge game, but unfortunately he couldn't get it.
Texans, Jaguars. Jaguars 0 and 4. Like, I'm not
It's-
sure how many people really expected this out of Jacksonville, especially after T-Law just got paid.
Yeah, I mean they had a great start to last season. They come in starting 0 and 4. Texans took their first lead of the game with 18 seconds left.
Yeah.
I mean, that shouldn't happen. You shouldn't lose a
Nope.
game.
Commanders. All right. Jaden Daniels, personal opinion, offensive rookie of the year is already wrapped up. It's Jaden Daniels.
Yeah, guaranteed.
It hurts for me to say, being a Bears fan with Caleb Williams, but no one has played as good as Jaden Daniels.
And I thought for sure it was going to be Marvin Harrison Jr., but it's not.
Yeah.
It's going to be Jaden Daniels, and that's unfortunate.
So the other thing with like that Cardinals team especially, you see Marvin Harrison in the first quarter, he's amazing. Once Marvin Harrison really gets out of the first quarter, he disappears. He falls off the face of the earth.
I mean, he's had that one game, 4 receptions, like 113 yards, something like that.
All of which came in the first half.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's just, you don't see much from him after the first half.
49ers, Patriots. 49ers get a lot of help from their defense. I mean, at least in fantasy, their defense got 32 points.
That's, yeah.
It's unheard of. And Patriots really struggling here lately. The thing is, San Francisco, 2-2. Yeah, you're 500, but you've won 2 games without Christian McCaffrey.
That's saying something. You know, everyone who's saying that, you know, it's just CMC is what's carrying the team now. I mean, Jordan Mason comes in and he does a great job in that program.
All right, here it is. Your game, your Browns.
Oh, what a rough game that was. I mean, the Browns, it's just the offensive line this whole year has just been abysmal. It's Deshaun Watson has actually played somewhat decent, but the receivers continue to drop balls. The line continues to let people through. It's another game where even without Max Crosby, where we thought, you know, there'd be a chance, there's nothing. Can't get anything going.
The Raiders were without a couple guys this week.
Yeah, without Crosby, without Adams, and now Adams requesting a trade, and the Raiders say they're going to possibly trade him for a 2nd-round pick. Like, that's crazy.
Chicago, Big Four.
I mean,
Hold on a minute.
Taking him Cleveland after this. I mean, Mari
give Watson somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, Chiefs, Chargers. A tough one for the Chargers to swallow. Chargers were up 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. I was sitting here watching this game, and I'm like, man, Chargers are going to get it done. They've looked impressive.
Yeah.
And then Kelsey kind of got going. Mahomes kind of got going a little bit. I'm going to be honest with you. Mahomes hasn't looked that good through four games.
No, I did not think he's been good at all this year. I like compared to what his standards are, he's not looked good. Especially, you know, tackling Rasheed and you know, possibly tearing his ACL. That's a rough way to go out.
Sunday night, Bills, Ravens. Gosh. Ravens just took off from this one. Derrick Henry, 199 yards and a touchdown. These are Derrick Henry numbers we haven't seen in years.
Oh yeah, if he get a 200-yard game there, that would have been his 7th of his career. He would have broke the record for most 200-yard games for running back. Yeah.
Oh man,
one more yard. But yeah, no.
It's just something about Derrick Henry playing against the Bills, because if I remember right, Derrick Henry's most known stiff arm was against the Bills.
Yeah. Yep, I believe so.
Derrick Henry against the Bills, something to watch out for. All right, last 2 games, which were from yesterday. Titans derailed the Dolphins, obviously. Dolphins, a lot of question marks at quarterback.
Without Tua, it's what I mean. Is there?
Without Tua, and then without Skylar Thompson this week.
Yeah, picking up Tyler Huntley. I mean,
Huntley threw for
bring in the
96
veteran.
yards. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the Dolphins are just. I don't know. You try to pick up
There's
your losses.
there's been a rumor. I was looking at it today. Miami might be without both receivers this coming week.
That that would be. I mean, you might as well just forfeit next week
Yeah.
if you're
Honestly,
without
like,
Waddle and Hill. There's no point in even playing.
all right, going into the final game, probably one of the best games of the week, mainly because the quarterback play. Jared Goff, 18 of 18, two
Absolutely
passing
insane.
touchdowns and a receiving touchdown.
Uh, I mean, a perfect game, yet he still doesn't have a perfect passer rating, so I don't know how that works. But
Yeah, I don't make that make sense.
yeah, I don't know how that works, but absolutely
Geno
perfect game
Smith,
from Jared
though,
Goff,
threw the ball 56 times.
and only one touchdown. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, they were getting it done on the ground, obviously. Kenneth
oh yeah,
Walker, 80 yards, 3 touchdowns.
oh
But
it was good day
definitely
to
some
have him on
things to
fantasy.
be looking at. Obviously, a great week of ball.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
And then
Definitely some
now,
blowouts that weren't expected.
yes, main event, as I call it, college football.
Oh yeah, holy cow! Got
This
ourselves some
week,
games here.
this week was amazing.
It there was I couldn't even believe what I was watching.
Right, we're gonna start out. This one's gonna hurt me. I'm gonna go look at the Purdue game.
Ooh,
It was rough.
yeah,
20. The thing is, with this game, halftime it was 0-0.
that's
It looked good. Like Purdue was like, okay, we might have a chance. And again, obviously against the Nebraska team, freshman Dylan Raiola. Everyone knows
Dylan's.
about Dylan Raiola. Was committed to Ohio State, left Ohio State, committed to Georgia, then Florida, then decommitted from those and decided to go up to Nebraska, play for Matt Rule. Matt Rule's team 4-1.
They're yeah. I mean, they're honestly not looking terrible, but
No. And then Purdue, like, man, 1-3 to start the season, 0-1 the Big Ten.
it's rough.
It's not looking good.
The program's looking rough.
Unfortunately. I guess we'll just run through here, look at the Big Ten games. Rutgers starting out 4-0 against a Washington team coming off of after being in the national championship, starting off season 3 and
Yeah,
2. Not the way they
yeah.
wanted to look.
Uh-uh. I mean, Rutgers had
Ohio
one.
State,
Go figure.
obviously, the freshman Jeremiah Smith.
Some phenomenal catches there. I mean, Igbuka led the reception or led in receiving yards, but Jeremiah Smith had some amazing receptions there.
This is going to
Really
hurt you,
had
Jeremiah
guys.
Smith, though. Not the best freshman. Not the best freshman receiver.
Oh, I know. I know where this is going.
We'll get we'll get to that one in a minute. Oregon put the brakes on UCLA. UCLA
Right.
drops to 0-2 in the Big Ten. Oregon, that Dylan Gabriel kid, he's looking serious.
Oh yeah. I think 2 weeks Ohio State Oregon play. That's going to be a game to watch.
Ooh,
That'll be a game to watch right there.
Penn State continuing their dominance, ranked number 9, 21-7 over Illinois. Illinois, a pretty solid team this year
Yeah, they are.
with Altmaier back there at quarterback. And going down Michigan, man.
Oh man, what a game! That was
Did you
rough.
watch the end of that game?
I did not know, but man, 27-24. That is too close for Michigan to be pulling to Minnesota.
So Minnesota kicks an onside kick at the end of the game, recovers it. All of a sudden, there's a flag. Ended up
That's
being Minnesota was offsides.
that is awful.
Had to re-kick at Michigan. So the better thing about this is I actually found out today, there is now going to be a new rule in the Big Ten for onside kicks.
I did
They
see
haven't
that.
they haven't released what the whole new rule is. There's going to be a new rule about where you can line up.
That I mean, Michigan. I still can't get over the fact that Orgy is just not the guy for. He cannot lead a team in the Big Ten.
He can't throw the ball. Honestly,
He's
in the
had
Big
less than
Ten,
100 yards.
Big Ten, you have to throw the ball.
Yeah,
Have to.
unless you have like the most dominant run game. Like you have to throw the
Boise State's run game.
ball. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You can run the ball if you have Boise State's run game, but besides that, you have to throw.
Mm-hmm. All
It's the
right,
Big Ten.
Wisconsin, USC. Wisconsin blows a
Oh my
21 to
god,
10 lead, allows
what was that?
28 points in the second half. Miller Moss, 308, 3 touchdowns.
I
What's what's
what
up?
a
What's
shame.
going on with Wisconsin?
I man, I don't know. I don't know if USC just halftime adjustments. They somehow came out of the locker room and they were ready. But man, I don't know how you blow. I mean, I guess it wasn't a great lead, but still to
I
lose
mean,
by
still
that much at
double-digit
the
lead in the
end.
first
Yeah,
half,
yeah. I mean, come on.
and this one's gonna
It's
hurt.
I know you're hurting as a Purdue fan there.
IU
I
5-0, ranked
Wh-
24th.
I mean, Coach Sig, he's doing something. He's doing something there.
That QB down there, Rourke.
Oh, he is playing out of his mind. He is
Oh
playing.
man,
He's playing good.
22 for 33, 359 and 3 touchdowns.
Like, granted, they haven't played the best teams, but they are dominating these teams. Like, it's you're still playing Big Ten teams, and I
Yeah.
mean they are dominating them.
All
Like that's
right,
still
let's
saying
get
something.
into the big ones of the week.
Oh yeah,
Miami,
let's
Virginia Tech. So this game came down to a Hail Mary pass. Okay.
yep.
See
I
if
mean
we'll pull up here. Yep, there's ads. Of course, there's ads. Well, anyway, Miami was down in this one at halftime.
yeah,
Not
they
something I expected out of Miami
not at
with
all.
that quarterback down there that I've been so impressed with all year.
They've
And then
looked
this
good
is
in
what it comes
Miami.
down to at the end of the game. So these are the highlights from the whole game.
Yeah, I mean they started. What was this? Oh no, the other touchdown. Yeah, go up by 10.
Go up by two, go up by 10, and
Yeah.
then can't count Cam Ward out, man. I mean,
Uh-uh.
honestly, he looks like a Heisman contender, especially today, or especially in this game. Excuse me.
Yeah, no, Miami is a real contender this year. They're a
And
team that they can knock you out of the playoffs.
yeah,
You can't,
Mario
especially with the 12
Cristobal
team.
down there at Miami. How about this? Slipping and falling and still catching the
Still
ball.
catching the ball.
Get
Yeah,
dirty,
that's
young man. How about this play? Slip,
avoiding
slip, whoop,
and then oh man,
and
still
then
passing that out.
he still goes.
That's the type man, that's the type of ball you see in college football.
Yeah. And what a route. A little bender, a little banana split
That
route, as they'll
that's why
sometimes
they're
call it. So we
scary.
call it out in middle school. And here we go. Virginia Tech has to drive down the field 30 seconds from the 49-yard line.
First down. No.
One timeout left, 18 seconds.
You
Hail
don't even have to
Mary,
you don't even have to throw a Hail Mary there. I don't know
out
what
of bounds. There was talk of, was that face guarding? Should that have been a penalty? Doesn't turn around and look for the ball.
Mm,
You could make the argument,
yeah.
but this is the
Yeah.
one. Hail
There it
Mary,
is.
end zone. Is it caught? Is it intercepted? Is it out
Yeah.
of bounds?
It reminds me so much of the was it 2012 Packers Seahawks
Yes.
playoff game.
Yes. All right, so
Like
here we go.
I just can't tell.
And see, that's the thing that the rule is like if it's not conclusive evidence, you can't overturn it.
And it was touchdown on the field.
Yeah. And so
Like
it's like,
overturn that.
yeah.
That's crazy. I don't think they should have overturned it.
I don't think so either. I think Virginia Tech won that ball game, but Cam Ward still 343, 4 touchdowns.
what a game. What a
I
play.
already talked about Ohio State being Ohio State. Texas, 2 straight weeks
Without,
without Quinn Ewers.
and they have looked
Still
good.
gets the win. Arch Manning, 325, 2 touchdowns. First half was a little sloppy for Texas.
Oh yeah.
Didn't play Texas football, but ended up getting her done in the end against a Mississippi State team that's been struggling the past couple years. Hopefully they can turn that around. But here we go.
Here,
The
here is
main
the
event.
game.
Bama, Georgia. For those of you that didn't watch this game, I'm sorry for you. I
What
feel
a
bad
game.
for you. 30
I,
to 7 at halftime.
it was just pummeling. I mean, Bama was just kept shoving it down Georgia's throat. Like it just another score after another score. I mean, I thought it was gonna be, I don't even 60 to, I thought it was gonna be 60-7 by the end of the
Yeah.
game. The way it was looking, but I mean, Georgia, what, they started coming back. They led at one point, did they not?
Georgia? Yeah, they did.
It was 34 to
Before that Hail Mary pass
33.
by Bama at the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was 34 to 33, and then you had the what's his name?
Williams.
Yep. He's how old is he again?
17-year-old.
17 years old. Yep. 17.
I am over
That's
here.
insane.
I'm sitting over here. Okay. I'm almost a 20-year-old. I'm a middle school football coach. I'm sitting here doing a podcast talking about a kid almost 3 years younger than me that is cooking a Georgia defense for 177 yards and a touchdown.
I mean,
What am I doing?
he spun twice. I mean, I don't know how he stayed inbound. I
don't
what
understand.
a play, dude. What a catch and run.
So I don't know if you saw this, but 3 weeks ago, Williams had his high school semi-formal. Should have been there. You know what he was doing instead?
What's
Catching
that?
2 touchdown passes for Bama.
That's wild. That's insane.
Imagine all those kids at high school being like, "Yeah, I was supposed to graduate with that guy, but not anymore."
I feel like that should not even like going to college early. That's insane to me.
So for those of you that don't know, what you can do is they call it reclassifying. So what he did is he reclassified to be a year above where he was. And so when he decided to do that, that means that like right now he should be either a junior or a senior in high school. Instead, he reclassified so Bama could get him sooner.
I mean, I guess if you're that good, then go for
I'm
it.
props to him, honestly.
Yeah,
Like, go
honestly,
you do you, man.
That's insane. More power
Going
to
down,
you.
Bama, or excuse me, Ole Miss
Oh my gosh.
getting beat by Kentucky.
You know, I thought Kentucky might have been good this year until they lost. Who was it they lost to earlier this year?
They lost 2.
Yeah, it was their first loss. I don't remember who it was. Who it was to, but I thought they had a chance of being good, and then
South Carolina,
yeah, yep,
not close. Lost by 25.
yeah, and I was like, oh, and then of course, you know, they played Georgia, and I was like, you know, they kept it
And Georgia,
somewhat.
you lost by 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say they kept it close. I was like, okay, all right, but then, you know, I was whatever. And then beating Ole Miss, I'm just, man, I don't
It
know
makes you
I
wonder
don't know
how good
who's.
Ole Miss is.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, are they good enough to still be up there? You know, can you really keep them in the top 25? Is that a team you want in the playoffs?
Yeah,
Probably not.
probably not. All right,
Probably
we're
not.
gonna speed through these next couple. Arizona, Utah.
Oh,
Utah without
crazy.
starting quarterback gets beat by 13. LSU plays South Alabama. I mean, pretty much anybody could have told you how that one's going to end. Notre Dame picking up a 7-point win against Louisville. Not an easy one.
That's a statement win right there for
It
Notre
was a
Dame.
statement win.
They needed that.
After losing, I believe they lost to Louisville last year.
Yeah, that was their loss.
Yeah.
So they needed
Clemson
that.
beat the socks off Stanford.
Oh yeah.
Iowa
Right.
State gets the big shutout against Houston. K-State gets the upset win by
Oh,
22.
it
Game that
clobbers.
wasn't that close. Oklahoma, Auburn
It's
was up by
barely
7 at
close.
halftime.
Yeah.
Ends up getting beat by 6. BYU keeping ranked, keeping undefeated. Win
That's
beats Baylor by 6. A&M takes down Arkansas 21-17. I ended up watching the end of that game. Pretty good one. And here we go,
there it is. Here it is.
folks. My pick for the Heisman, Ashton Genty. This man,
he is good.
800 yards rushing, 13 rushing touchdowns through 4 weeks.
Man.
Like
That's
that's just something
crazy.
that you don't hear. And like
That
people
is
can be like, "Oh,
insane.
he's carrying the ball 40 times a game." 26 carries, 259 yards, 4 touchdowns. 10 yards a carry almost.
Those just aren't numbers you hear. I mean,
No, they're
they
not.
just aren't. Simple enough. You don't hear those numbers. But Boise State, though, that's the only thing. I mean,
Yeah, that's what's going to hurt him is that it's a Boise State team.
yeah. If it was, better school, I'd say he'd win the Heisman. But
Yeah. All
yeah,
right.
no, that's rough.
So, we're going into our segment now of the show where these are going to be some might call controversial questions. Those are going to be
Here we go.
questions that Aiden and I are going to ask each other. We're each going to respond to the question. Would you like to start or you want me to go?
Go for it.
All right, my first question. Okay. MVP of the NFL. For me, right now, looks like Josh Allen.
Okay. All right.
I know we had spoke before we started the show that
yeah.
I told you that's what I was feeling, but you said there was someone else you were keeping your eye on.
I think I'm Sam Darnold. He is
Hmm.
playing so good. I mean, and honestly, now that I think about it, I think I might take a comeback player of the year.
Yeah.
Well, I guess unless we're looking at like an injured player, but comeback player of the year would be something that I think he would deserve because he's just played out of his mind. I also think for MVP, Baker.
Baker's definitely in the conversation. So let's look here. Allen, 69% completion percentage, not great. 8.1 yards per attempt average, 7 touchdowns. That's the big one for me is no interceptions.
And his rating is good.
His rating's a 116. All
He's
right.
he's like he's looking good.
On a team that not a lot of people expected to play well.
Yeah, no, I didn't think he'd be too amazing.
But
But
look at these stats.
Sam Darnold.
Wow.
Oh man. He is looking good.
Same thing with the Vikings, though, honestly.
Who expected them to be 4-0?
I didn't.
No.
I actually expected them to be in the bottom of the NFC North.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised if they had 0, like maybe 1 win max this year.
Wow.
Yeah, but here they are.
How about this though? A guy that had been underrated really his whole career.
Never really given a chance anywhere else.
And he wasn't. And like I might push some people's buttons saying this, but he was never put in a position to do well.
I mean, he was on the Jets with who? I mean, he had I don't even know. I don't even
Yeah,
remember who
that's
he
the
had.
thing.
Like
He didn't really have anybody. I mean, he had Garrett Wilson for a year.
Did he? Yeah.
And that was the year Sam Darnold was hurt.
Yeah.
And then like where does he go after that? Carolina? We all see how Carolina is. Like granted, they're playing better now with the Red Rocket leading that offense, but man.
you got Adam Thielen there. You got Xavier Legette, or however you say his last name,
Yeah.
there.
But I
You got,
mean,
you got
outside of that,
playmakers there too. No,
and
he's
Baker, I have seen
Baker.
Baker is raking.
It hurts. It hurts how good Baker's doing. As a Browns fan, it just pains me.
So one of the guys I coach with is a big Baker guy, big Browns fan as
Oh yeah,
well. But he's a big Baker guy.
I love
And
Baker.
I asked him like, "Why are you a big Baker guy?" He's like, "Have you not seen the way he's been playing?" I'm like, "Yeah, but that doesn't that like hurt you?" And he's like, "Yeah," but he said at the same time, I mean, he's done amazing.
Oh yeah, he. I mean,
This
who
week alone, 345, 2 touchdowns.
who would have thought that Baker after Tom Brady would have led the Bucks to the playoffs and
Yeah.
beat the Eagles in the playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Which,
Nope.
like,
Nobody would have thought
right now, that Eagles one's not looking too hot,
that. Yeah, it's not looking
which
too
is
good.
something we'll be talking about a little later on. All right, Aiden, you got a question?
Yes, I do. Let's see. It's where was it? The Texans. They are winning, but they're winning really ugly lately. Is CJ Stroud having a sophomore slump?
Um,
As an Ohio State fan, that hurts to say, but
I don't know. I think we need another week or two to decide that because, like, yes, it's still generally the same offense he was in before, but now you add in Stephon Diggs,
yep.
who his whole entire career has been a one everywhere he's been. Minnesota, he was a one. Went to Buffalo, was the clear and cut one in
Oh yeah, for
Buffalo.
sure.
Now he comes to Houston, and really, there's three guys that could be a one over there.
Yeah, you got
Nico
Tank.
Collins, Tank Dell, and Stephon Diggs. Like, and
That's
so
a lot.
it hurts me to see Houston playing so poorly due to the fact that I had Houston winning the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, yeah. I think I had them in the Packers or something like that in the Super Bowl.
I got to think of who I had. I had them in the Niners before McCaffrey got hurt.
Yeah, that injury is McCaffrey's rough right now.
Yeah, that's another thing we'll be talking about here in a minute. But I don't know. Going back to your question, I mean, I think Houston just needs another week to get stuff figured out, and then I think they'll get the ball rolling and they'll start doing well. I mean, I was expecting that defense to be amazing with some of the guys they picked up. I mean,
Yeah.
Daniil Hunter. I mean, they're returning Jimmy Ward. Oh, I got to think who else they got on that defense.
Will Anderson's there. I
Will
mean,
Anderson. Yeah.
there's no reason that their
No.
defense shouldn't be playing good.
And
But
what really shocks me is the most penalized offensive lineman of the year, Laramie Tunsil.
really,
Yeah. I saw that stat the other day, and it's like, man, this
that's
guy's been
crazy.
playing above and beyond really everybody else when it comes to being an offensive tackle. But
That's
I mean,
crazy.
he can't stay out of getting penalties.
Yeah, no, I know because I saw that they barely beat the Colts, barely beat the Bears, got blown out by the Vikings,
Yeah.
and then you
Which
go and
that
beat the
Vikings loss
Jags.
isn't looking too terrible anymore with how well the Vikings have been playing, but still,
Yeah,
man.
I mean they lost 34-7.
Yeah.
It's like the Texans, the team that we like. Everyone's like, they might be a first seed, second seed in the AFC. They're the biggest team to compete with the Chiefs this year. It's like, are
That
they?
was my fault all year long.
Are they? Because now I'm thinking that the Bills are same old team.
Well, yeah. All right.
So,
Bengals.
oh, oh,
What's going on? What's going on, Aiden? You
I
know
I
you know
love
that you know that division better than I do, being a
I love to see it.
guy that loves the AFC North.
Oh yeah,
but no one expected this. And really, honestly, the same thing with the Ravens. They lost 2
No,
quick ones.
yeah, no. I mean, the division is completely backwards right now. You've got,
It's kind
well,
of
maybe
wide
not
open
anymore.
too.
Yeah, it was like, I mean, you had the Ravens, Bengals at the bottom, and then the Browns, and then it was the Steelers. I think now it's a little different, but I mean, it's the division's wide open. But the Bengals, wow, what a rough start for them. I mean, losing to,
Oh yeah.
I mean, you get killed by the who was it? You lose to the Panthers. Or
Yeah.
no,
No,
it
they
was
beat the
Washington.
Panthers.
You
Yeah,
lose
yeah,
to
yeah.
Washington.
But that Washington loss anymore is not looking bad.
No, because yeah, the Washington's looking good. They're leading their division, which is insane. Um, you lose to the Chiefs, which understandable, I guess. But
But
then
I mean,
who
that's a
else
one
was?
point loss.
Well, who was their Week 1 loss to?
They the
The
Patriots,
Patriots. Yeah, exactly. I
a
mean,
Patriots team that
Joe.
struggled so badly.
Yeah, Joe Burrow is just not. He's not looking good this year.
No,
And I don't know if that hand injury is still lingering with him or what it is. I don't know if it's T. Higgins, his holding out, if that did anything, or
I mean, I think his holdout did affect that. I mean, this was his first game,
yeah, that's yeah.
and then of course the Jamar Chase thing didn't help. Everything going on with Jamar, none of that helped their situation. Honestly, it's just looking bad all
Losing Joe
around
Mixon,
in Cincinnati. Yeah,
yeah. I mean, it's rough right now in Cincinnati, but hey,
it is.
I love it. Fine by me.
Of course you do.
Bengals
Oh
couldn't
man.
couldn't beat the Browns anyways, so I think Burrow's like 1-5 or something like that. Some
Jeez.
crazy stat against the Browns.
All right, you got another one?
Um. Oh shoot, what was I? No, I don't think I do actually.
I'm
Let's,
gonna
what else you
skip
got
that
for me?
one. I'm gonna skip that one. We kind of already went over that one. Same thing with that one. All right, is Travis Kelsey back?
No, I think he should have retired with his
No.
brother. I think
Oh,
he should have retired with Jason. They should have gone into the Hall of Fame together, both his first
that
ballots.
would have been cool.
Yep, I think he missed that chance, and he's gonna regret it because he is looking rough.
And he had.
He's
This was his first week where he actually looked productive.
it's looking bad for him.
And
I
like,
mean,
I guess going along with that with the Chiefs, what is this Rasheed Rice injury? What's going on with that?
I mean, Mahomes throws an interception and then tries to get the defender
Goes
right
runs
into
into
his
his own
knee.
guy.
I mean, you don't see that. You never
No,
see
you
it.
don't.
And here we are. But that he's a possible ACL tear. That's
And
worst
I
case
mean,
scenario.
man,
But Xavier Worthy would have to step up.
and see, like,
That's
I don't.
Kelsey.
That's a lot to put on a rookie.
I mean, Kelsey's gonna have to start playing better.
Yeah,
I
he's
mean, he's
got
gonna have
to.
to start playing like himself because the way he's been playing has been. I mean, I have him on fantasy. He was like 5th round draft pick, and
Yeah,
I'm regretting that because that's awful. He's been. I mean, he's got like I think before this week he had like 10 targets the whole year or 10 receptions, some
yeah,
crazy stat like that. That's yeah. He's not playing good this year, and he wants to cry about it. So
yeah, yeah. He really does. So one I kind of just thought of since we were talking about injuries. Should Tua come back and play?
no, he needs to
No.
retire.
I
He
mean,
needs to retire.
he needs to think of life after football. At
Oh
this
yeah.
point, you've got to think about life after football.
Look at Antonio Brown. I mean, he
Literally.
he, he looks insane, but I mean, he can't function. I mean, he's what had concussion 4 times now, 3 4
4
times.
times in 5 years.
That's not good. Like the neurologist definitely told him not to play, and
But the thing is I was reading up on it today and he's been to 5 doctors waiting for one to tell him and he said he's going to keep going to one till one tells him he can play. And don't
that's
get me
not good.
wrong, we love all doctors.
Oh yeah,
Doctors, we love you.
yeah, yeah.
But we all know there's those few out there
Mm-hmm.
that are going to let him play for compensation.
Yeah,
If said
yeah.
compensation is given, it's a terrible thing to think about, especially after the whole
Oh,
Damar Hamlin thing happened. And how ironic is that? Damar
exactly.
Hamlin is the one that, as most people know, was clinically dead. Was that last year, 2 years ago? 2 years ago.
2 years. Yeah, that's crazy. That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. And
And he
he's
just
the
got his
one that
first
put the hit on
interception.
Tua.
Yeah, yeah, that was
And unfortunately,
not
it's
bad.
terrible to say, but that could be a kind of situation we're looking at here.
Yeah,
And it's terrible to think about. No one obviously wants to think that way, but it's a real thing that could be happening here.
he needs to think about the repercussions of playing again
Yes.
because it's not going to be good.
No, no, not at all.
It's going to be really bad. He gets another concussion, and I mean, he could get paralyzed. I don't even know. It
Yeah.
could be terrible. But
Injuries. Christian McCaffrey. It's a big one people have been talking
oh
about,
yeah,
especially as of late, with Niners putting him on IR in week 1 does allow him with that 4-week buffer to come back this week. But you had some more news on that.
yeah. There was some information that was released that said he was not only dealing with the whatever injury it was. I don't remember what they
Tendonitis
called it.
in his Achilles.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't just dealing with it in his one leg; he was dealing with it in both legs now. So yeah, that's rough. I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon. If he
That's
does, then
unfortunate.
that's insane.
And
Like,
there's one I wanted to ask you about, Nick Chubb. I know they put him on the
oh
pup
yeah,
list,
yeah, he's back to
but
practice.
see, and I heard that, and with him being on pup list, he's got to be out for 4 weeks.
Yep,
Could we see the return of Nick Chubb this week?
we very well could see the return of Nick Chubb against Washington this week. So
Is
I
it
don't think
smart
he'll
for Nick Chubb to come back?
probably not, probably not. But I I don't think it's as bad of a case as the Tua situation. So
No,
I'm
no,
I'm
no, no, not
very
at all.
yeah, I'm
There's
very
not
in
a lot
favor of
of
him coming back.
situations you can compare to the Tua situation, though.
No, yeah. I think Chubb comes back. If he comes back this week, he'll split snaps with Ford still or Foreman, whatever.
Probably,
I think
yeah.
they'll still rotate in the backfield. But if he doesn't come back this week, I think he'll be back the week after against I believe it's the Eagles. So, but yeah, the next week, 2 or 3, he'll be back playing. So, but behind the line, I don't know. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
yeah. Not a lot of people do know, and we
Yeah.
obviously won't know until a little more information gets given out. But we'll see. All right, Aiden, you ready? Pick
Oh yeah.
time.
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So, folks, how this is going to work every week, Hayden and I will be talking about every NFL game. We will be talking about all of the in-state Division One football games. Then we will also talk about our local high school, Columbia City, their game for the week. With all of these games, we're each going to make a pick. I'm going to write all these picks down on a piece of paper and on my computer. What's going to happen with these picks is each week after the game. So when we come on again next week, we will be discussing how we both did with these picks. And we will give the percentage how each of us did. And for certain games, we will be giving you our final score predictions. Aiden didn't know this part, but
Hey, that's fine by me.
all
Gotta have a
right.
tiebreaker somehow.
So we are going to start with the NFL. We are going to start
Yes,
off
sir.
with Thursday night football.
Oh, what a good game this is gonna be,
Tampa Bay Falcons divisional game.
dude. This is a big divisional game. I mean,
And this is.
the division is up for grabs between the three, and who would have thought that the Saints would be such a competitor? Right? Like, I mean, the Saints have just been the first like few weeks they were just steam pile. I mean, it was insane. Derek Carr was playing out of his mind.
Yeah, so what's going on with the Saints?
I
Are
don't know.
they
They've
are
been
they done? Are they still very well alive? Are they what are we seeing from the Saints, you think?
I think they've mellowed out since the first 2 weeks. Because the first 2 weeks they scored what 47 and then 44, and then they lost to the Eagles and then lost to the Falcons. So I feel like they've Saints have mellowed out. They kind of got humbled, put back to the earth, but I think they're still competitors. Definitely still think they're competitors.
I definitely agree. All right, Thursday night football, Aiden. Buccaneers, Falcons.
Uh, I'm gonna go with gonna have to go with the Bucks.
Bucks. How much? The spread. Let's look at the spread. Spread's actually Atlanta. You're taking
Ooh,
Bucks.
yeah, ooh.
Are you taking the over for total points? Over 43 and a
Um,
half?
I'm gonna under. We'll do under the.
Oh, he's going to take the under.
Yeah,
I'm going to go the complete opposite of you.
really,
I think Falcons not only win, but they cover the spread of 1.5.
really.
And I'm taking the over. The way both of those
Okay,
offenses have been able to score points in a couple games this year, especially this week with the Bucks, I mean, I think we're going to see a masterclass by both
okay.
ends. And I
All right.
think if Bijan can get going for Atlanta, only good things will happen.
Oh, that's true. All right, fair point. Fair point.
All right.
All right.
We're going to skip past that first one. Let's go down to the Monday morning game or Sunday morning game in London.
That'll be a good game.
That will be a good game.
See, and normally you think Vikings, but Rodgers
Oh.
against
Oh.
the Vikings. I can't take Rodgers losing to the Vikings.
Oh, he's
Uh,
taking the Jets.
you got to take Rodgers over the Vikings.
Taking the over.
Oh, I feel like it's gonna be a really defensive game. But
I
Darnold has been lighting it up.
I
But
know.
the Jets defense is good, and they don't score a
Yeah,
lot. I'm gonna take the under.
I'm gonna take the under again. Wow. Well, I'm gonna agree with you on the Jets and the under.
Yeah, that's
Jets, I think, finally get back on track this week. It's gonna take them a little bit. Took them a little bit longer than they were hoping for, but I
yeah.
think Jets get back on track this week. Much needed game to get back on track with, and I think Vikings suffer their first loss of the season.
Oh yeah, it's gotta happen eventually.
Bears, Panthers in Chicago.
Ooh,
What you thinking, Aiden? Does the Red Rocket
ooh,
come back and get a win in Chicago? Or does Caleb
that's
Williams, the rookie gunslinger, does he kind of make another step forward here?
that's a tough one
It is
because
a tough one.
it's crazy to me that Chicago's favorite. I don't know actually because
Chicago is favored in this one.
I like the Panthers,
And
but
honestly, 3.5, that's a lot.
yeah,
Like when you're thinking of spreads, like 3.5, that's a lot.
because I honestly like the Panthers,
Do
but
you?
yeah, I'm gonna take the
Panthers to win
Panthers.
or Panthers to cover?
I'm gonna take the Panthers to win.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Taking the over or the under?
we'll take the over.
Oh, wow. Aiden's first over, folks. I can't go against my Bears, obviously. And I'm going to take the under.
Because
The
Andy
Chicago
Dalton,
defense has been on fire, honestly, these past couple of weeks.
that is
And
true.
as we've known, Chicago's kind of been struggling to move the ball offensively. So, some things to look at. Ravens, Bengals.
Whoa.
Can Joe Burrow and the Bengals
See, I don't even
get 2
know.
wins in a row?
I want to take the Ravens, but I feel like this could be like a trap game for the Ravens.
It could be it, but I am definitely taking the Ravens. and I am
Yeah.
going to punch the under. It's 50.5. Holy
Yeah, 50
cow.
and a half is kind of a bit much.
I'm taking
I'm also gonna
Ravens
take
and the under.
I'm also taking the Ravens in the under.
I mean, especially if they can get King Henry going like what they did last week.
Oh yeah.
Woo-wee.
See, the thing is that any division game, it's toss up. It could be, especially for the AFC North. It's a street fight in the AFC North every game. So I feel like you always take the under.
Yeah.
It's gonna be low scoring and street fight.
Dolphins, Patriots. Okay.
Oh,
This is going to sound terrible of me. What
Patriots.
a terrible game.
What a terrible game.
What a awful game.
You're gonna have Jacoby Brissett versus Huntley.
Whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, possibly Huntley with maybe Hill and Waddle.
What a terrible game.
OBJ is set for first practice with Dolphins. It says on the right there. I didn't even know he was.
Oh no.
I mean, what a. Oh gosh. I guess I'm taking the Patriots.
Oh yeah, so you got it. I guess we have to pick somebody.
And I might take the under still. No,
30.5 is the only.
I'll take the over, but
35.5 is the wow. We can tell what they think of their. I'm gonna take the Dolphins.
all right.
But I am definitely hitting the under.
Really?
There ain't no way there's going over 35.
I guess it could be like a 17-10 game.
Yeah. Or it's even like a Broncos Jets from this week.
10-9. It could be.
Browns Commanders.
Oh.
Are you going to pick against your Browns?
I thought for sure the Browns were going to start like 4-1 this year.
And instead they're almost the complete opposite already.
Hey man, I'm going with the Browns.
I
want to cry.
Taking the Browns on the road though.
Hey, the Browns have only won on the road this season, so
that's true.
They have not won a home game yet, and I'm taking
over or under 44.5.
I'm taking the under. But Jaden Daniels, he's been lighting it up.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Taking the under still though. What a beast.
I taking the Commanders, and I'm also gonna hit the. Actually,
I know
44.5. I'm gonna take the over.
21-20 maybe.
Jaden Daniels has been able to sling it.
24-21
and run
seems like a good score. You know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit the over too. Actually.
All right,
I'm switching it up. I'm switching my score or my.
Oh, good. Colts, Jaguars. How about that? Jags. ESPN Bet has the Jags favored.
I'm taking the Jags. Colts have not beat the Jags in Jacksonville.
Wow.
And I don't think this whole century. I don't know if the Colts have ever beat the Jags in Jacksonville.
Oh my gosh, I didn't think about that.
It's been like, I don't even know how long. It's been so long. I'm taking the Jags.
Point spread 46.5.
Oh, I'm taking the under. Yeah, taking the under. If
a Jags offense that can't score.
Ooh, Flacco would be the guy to beat that.
I am taking the Colts, but I'm taking the under. I think with Joe Flacco, like that quarterback. There's quite a bit of weapons on that Colts offense, including Jonathan Taylor at running back. But I mean, I guess we will see. Bills, Texans.
What a game! How's that a 1:00 game?
Yeah,
makes no sense to me. That's insane. Buffalo's favored. And
Buffalo
honestly,
is favored. In Houston.
I'm gonna take Buffalo.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm gonna
point
take
spread 47.5. I don't blame you there. I'm also gonna take Buffalo. The way Josh Allen's been playing, I don't see him slowing down.
I didn't realize Stroud has thrown for over 1,000 yards.
And he's not even number one.
Yeah, Purdy down there.
Purdy slinging it. Slinging the rock.
That's crazy.
I'm taking Buffalo in the over.
Yep.
Going down, Raiders, Broncos.
What a terrible game.
I don't know, man. Broncos lately.
Yeah, Bo Nix did have Beating the Bucks. What was that?
Yeah.
What was that?
And then
Bo
coming
said
back
what?
this week and beating the Jets.
Yeah, that was a. I think the weather was bad
Yeah, it
that
was.
game.
It was pouring.
Yeah.
I'm
Um,
still, though, I'm taking the Raiders.
yeah. I'm also taking the
And I'm
Raiders.
punching the under. Two
The
offenses
under
again. Can't really
35 and
move
a
the
half.
ball. Yeah.
Ooh, without Devontae.
Yeah. Well, are they without Devontae this week? Do we know for sure
He,
yet?
I mean, he wants traded. I doubt he'll play if he wants traded.
Yeah.
I think he'll
And
sit
I mean,
again.
that's honestly, though, that's like a double-edged sword, though.
Yeah, because he like that. A team looking in at that's not going to want to.
Well,
That's
they're not going to want a
Devontae.
guy that wants drama, but at the same time, they're also not going to want a guy that hasn't played lately.
Yeah, true. True.
All right. What are you thinking?
Raiders under, and then let's see, Cardinals 49ers.
Ooh. Ooh.
I'm going for the upset here.
Oh,
I'm going for the
really?
upset. I am a
Seven and a
big
half.
I'm a big fan
Seven
of the
and a
Cardinals.
half.
I'm a
You're taking
huge fan
card.
of the Cardinals. I thought like the Cardinals came out and barely lost to the Bills. The second week they blew out who was it, Washington?
Yeah.
No, was it?
No, it got blown up by Washington week 2 or
Who
week
did they
3. Week 2, they blew out. Was it the Raiders?
uh
Rams.
The Rams, yeah. I mean, I thought for sure
And
they
then
would
that
like
Lions game was so good.
yeah, yeah. And they ended up get blown out by Washington.
Yeah.
Washington has had such they're playing so good right now, which is insane to me.
All right.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
Wow. And you're hitting the
Yeah.
over
Oh
or
yeah,
under?
I'm hitting the over, which is
Wow.
crazy on 49 and a half. But both those teams
I'm
are
taking
scoring.
49ers, and I'm also hitting the over. How about San Francisco's number one receiver, Juwan Jennings?
Yeah. What happened? Like Ayuk was not worth it to him. They should have got.
No.
They couldn't get
Yeah.
him traded, but that's
Packers, Rams
definitely taking the Packers.
taking the pack.
The Rams are rough right now
Yeah.
without
I
Cup
mean,
and Puka.
yeah.
It's
All right. You're
rough.
taking pack. Are you taking the over? Ooh, 47 and
Uh,
a half, though.
I think I'm gonna take the under.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm going to
Rams
take
cannot
both of those
score.
picks. It hurts me as a Bears fan to pick the Packers, but I kind of have to. And I'm going to take the under as well. Giants, Seahawks.
Ooh, it's honestly gonna be a better game than anyone's
Yes, I
thinking.
agree.
Malik Neighbors might have. Oh, but Witherspoon's gonna be. Oh,
Yeah, Witherspoon and Neighbors.
yeah, that'll be a great matchup.
I'm taking Seahawks, and I'm taking the over.
You know, I can't have too many upsets today or this week. I'm gonna pick the Seahawks, and I'm gonna do the. I'll do the over.
Cowboys, Steelers.
Oh,
Oh man.
Cowboys are rough.
Yeah. Yeah, they
Didn't they
are.
just put
Wow.
was Mike did Micah get hurt or was it
Yeah, Micah did. Rolled his ankle.
who else is on IR now? They just put someone else on IR.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure. I think it was their defensive. Who was it? I think it was one of their.
DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
Expect
Yep.
to be placed on IR sometime this week. Oh no.
Yeah. So Micah's doubtful. DeMarcus. That's crazy. That's both of their like star
Yeah.
defensive linemen. Essentially, I guess Micah's linebacker, but he basically plays edge. So I'm gonna take Steelers. I love Fields, but
I know.
Steelers. I mean, if the Steelers never won again, I would not complain.
42 and a half.
Under. Every day of the week, I'm taking the under.
I mean, look at those two defenses.
Oh yeah.
I'm also going to go Steelers and the under. Monday Night Football. Saints.
Ooh. Ooh.
Chiefs.
Ooh. You know, I said that the Saints came
Give me the
down to
Saints.
earth. Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Give me
I
the
was
Saints.
gonna say the Saints didn't come
Give me
back
the
down to
Saints
earth for long.
and the over.
Yup, I'm with you. Chiefs have to lose eventually. They can't get all these calls, right? They've been
Yeah.
getting all these calls.
All right, Ayden. I didn't tell you this, but now you have to give me your lock of the week.
Lock of the week. Ooh,
Which game is your lock of the week?
that's hard. Um. Oh shoot.
This is a hard week to pick a lock.
Yeah, because I mean, any. Oh man, I'm gonna go with the. I'll go with the Packers. Packers will be my lock of the week.
Packers. Your lock of the week. I'm gonna go Seahawks.
That was gonna be my other one. Yeah, that would be my other
I
one.
don't think Danny Dimes is gonna be. I don't think Danny Dimes can sling the rock like that, folks. Let's just say it. I don't think Danny Dimes has that dog in him.
No, he's okay, but he's not that special.
All right, let's go. We're gonna hop on over to college football, and we're gonna
Ooh.
pump the brakes a little bit here with college football. We're not gonna do as much. Um, we're gonna talk about mainly the in-state ones. So like Purdue, Notre Dame, and IU.
Yes, sir.
So first one up on the docket, Purdue, Wisconsin,
Ooh.
in
Ooh.
Madison. Wisconsin's a 14-point favorite.
Yeah, and it's gonna have to be Wisconsin. Unfortunately.
You hitting the over or the under? 46.5.
And gonna have to do the under.
I can't disrespect my Boilers. I got to go Purdue. And I'm gonna hit the under. Neither of these teams can score the ball that well, I don't feel.
Yeah, no.
IU Northwestern in Evanston.
Ooh. Yeah, no. I think
It ain't gonna matter.
yeah, it's gonna be IU.
What's the
It's
spread?
yeah.
41.5. That's it.
That's wow.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
shocking.
definitely taking the over on that.
Yeah,
IU could score that themselves.
That's the thing.
I mean, they
All
did. They've
right,
been doing that the last few weeks.
they have. They really have. Let's look
Ooh,
at
I'm seeing
them
a.
fighting Irish. Stanford.
Ooh,
Ooh.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm liking that there.
Let me see if I can find the spread here for a minute. I'm not seeing her.
Uh, no.
It's all right. We'll hop out here and we'll find it this way.
I think I'm taking the Notre Dame either way. That's for sure.
I'd have to agree.
Because after last week's win, which they desperately, I wouldn't say desperately, but it
Desperate.
was
I
definitely
think they
a
desperately
statement.
needed it.
It was a statement win, that's for sure.
It was.
After their loss.
Wait a minute. Is Notre Dame not ranked in the top 25 anymore? Oh, wait.
They
Notre
should be.
Dame doesn't
They
play
should
this
be.
week.
Oh, is it their off week?
I believe
Yeah,
so. Yep. It's Notre
it
Dame's
is.
bye week. So
All right.
we won't be picking Notre Dame game this week.
Indeed, we won't.
So instead, Aiden, why don't you go on ahead and pick? Why don't you go ahead and pick two other games?
Well, I would say the Ohio State game, but we don't even have to look at it because it's they play Iowa, so we already know the outcome of that. we already know what's gonna happen there.
Yeah.
Ooh, see that Missouri game there?
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah,
That
Missouri's
was a
looking good this
digging.
year.
They are.
A&M is
Little
favored.
fun fact. Did you know Missouri's kicker from last season was actually from Warsaw High School?
I think I did hear something about that.
Nickname the thicker kicker.
That is funny. I didn't
That
know
is
that.
great. That is
That's
great.
funny. Huh.
Man, that's a good game.
Can A&M is favored in that game?
Yeah, it's good. Well, it's down College Station.
I've taken Missouri.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I mean,
48.5 though. That's a lot of points.
do I take the under on that? Yeah.
I don't know. I still feel like they might cover it.
They definitely could. I'm
I
still
don't know,
taking the
man.
under.
All right, and then take one more.
Oh,
Let's go down through here.
I think I saw one more that I like the look of. I don't remember where it was. I mean, that Michigan Washington is a rematch. I think honestly, although
Michigan hasn't looked that good. Washington's even favored.
I was gonna say I think Washington might win.
So that's your other pick?
Yeah, I have Washington winning.
Wow.
Yeah, Ohio State fan here. Of course, I'm gonna root
for
Michigan's downfall, but I do. Michigan almost losing to Minnesota does make me think Washington could win that game realistically.
Yeah. Well, all right. Now I gotta go through and pick one. I had one in mind. Not one that a lot of people necessarily thought of. I don't believe. But oh, it was in here somewhere. Where did it go? It was just on my mind. Man, that stinks. That I forgot it. Oh, that one. Tennessee, Arkansas.
I was just gonna say that'll be a good game.
Down in Arkansas. Their quarterback down there threw 5 picks, but also has over 1,200 passing yards.
That's insane.
That's something to keep an eye on.
Wow.
Still gonna take Tennessee.
Yeah, that'll still be a good game to watch though.
And I'm gonna. Oh man, both teams can score a lot of points. I'm gonna take the under.
Really?
I am. I'm gonna take the under.
That's all right.
Oh, and then I gotta find one more. You know what? Let's not do a ranked game.
Ooh,
I want to hop down to the Big Ten. I'm gonna take a Big Ten game. I'm gonna take that Rutgers Nebraska game.
The Rutgers. I don't know how they're not. I mean, they're playing good.
Rutgers are beating Nebraska, folks.
I think so.
Mark my words.
You know what?
And I'm hitting the over.
All right.
All right. Now you got to give me your college lock of the week.
My lock of the week from the games we picked, or
yeah, from the games we picked.
IU.
IU.
Yep.
That's not a bad one.
Week.
I'm taking Tennessee.
That's a scary lock of the week, but it's a lock of the week.
That's it. That is one. I'm gonna take Tennessee game.
That's fair.
So then the one thing we haven't spoke on yet is, as we talked about before we started, we were going to talk a little bit about our high school, Columbia City. For those of you that don't know, we are located really close to Fort Wayne. Very close to Fort Wayne and Warsaw.
Yep.
So what? I played football at Columbia City. I was graduated 2 years ago. Part of the only sectional team, Columbia City, or only sectional win. Columbia City has had for sectional championship in 35 years
Yeah.
from that time.
Yeah. And
And then we showed up the next week for regionals and got demolished.
yeah, that was rough.
It was
a rough
rough.
game to watch.
It was. And it wasn't very warm. The weather kind of sucked.
It was. It was coming down. The snow was. I mean, that was insane.
But we went 11-2 that season.
Yeah.
Columbia City, how about that? Undefeated so far.
What a team this year, dude. What a team.
All right,
I mean,
pump the brakes. Let's pump the
no,
brakes. Let's pump the brakes. They haven't played nobody yet.
still.
Like I'm gonna love the Eagles no matter what. But I ain't gonna give them nothing until they can prove that they can win a tough game now this week.
I am excited about this team. And let me tell you why. So, as we both know, and as most, Columbia City fans know, last week they broke the record, the scoring record. 70 points.
70-0.
The previous record was 62, and they broke it with 70.
I will have to say 62. My senior class scored that.
Oh, yeah, but did you guys break it?
Ooh.
sorry.
But
but
no, you're totally right. And like, there's just some other stats that you can look at. Columbia
Yeah.
City this year has the most 60-point games in Columbia City history.
And they have 32 rushing touchdowns this season.
Wow.
If I think I looked at that, it was 32.
Well,
Yeah,
like this past Friday, they threw the ball twice.
Yeah.
One of them was in the first half, and the other one was on a botched snap that they threw for a touchdown or threw for a 2-point conversion.
Exactly. I mean,
that put him net to 70.
Like when Bradbury doesn't have to throw the ball, like he can if he has to, but he doesn't have to most of the time because the run game with Fazio, Parrish, Fuller even has got involved.
Fuller's been getting nasty running the ball.
Like Fazio had 10 touchdowns on the season.
But you're going to East Noble this week.
Okay.
East Noble is the toughest place to arguably the toughest place to play in our conference.
But my only thing is, look at the way that East Noble played Huntington North.
You're right.
And the way
East Noble was trailing at halftime.
Yeah. And what we beat Huntington North, was it?
We beat them by 14.
Yeah. And
and the game wasn't that close.
No, they scored.
They scored a touchdown with 50 seconds left.
Exactly. Like the game wasn't close at all. I remember I stopped watching it. It was yeah.
I've been to all the games so far with my brother dressing varsity. Will you be up in Kendallville this weekend?
I was thinking I might go.
There you go.
I might be there.
I will be there. I will have boots on the ground, folks. Boots will be on the ground.
See,
in Kendallville.
East Noble beat Leo.
Yes, that was a very goody game.
So if Columbia City wins this week,
if Columbia City wins this week, they hold their own fate for conference.
They claim at least a share of the title.
Yeah.
Because you're not losing to Norwell.
Well,
not this year.
Well,
I say that last year, and we shouldn't have lost last year either.
No, we shouldn't have. Let's. All right, Ayden. CC, East Noble. Who gets it done?
I think you know what I'm saying. I think you know what I'm doing. Columbia
By
City,
how much?
10.
Wow, a double digit. Wow.
Ooh, actually, I don't know. Are we kicking a field goal?
Hey, Jackson Johnson can kick.
He can kick, but is Fox gonna kick a field goal, or is he just gonna go for it on
He
fourth?
might. Fox might kick a field goal, especially
That's
if it's Noble. We need points.
true. Yeah, 10.
Wow.
I think this is the year they get out of sectionals.
You see, I'm conflicted.
I mean,
Being
hey,
a coach
understandably so.
myself makes picking against Columbia City hard.
But I mean, it is East Noble. The
It is
history
East Noble.
there,
It's at
it's
East
rough.
Noble.
It's rough.
And
But I mean,
nothing against the refs. I mean, I'm taking my test right now to be an IHSAA ref myself.
yeah.
But we typically don't get calls up at East Noble. That's just plain and simple. I'm just calling it what it is. We don't get calls up at East Noble.
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of teams don't. A lot of teams don't get calls up at East Noble. Oh.
I'm telling you, it's
Columbia City by 1.
all right. That's what I like to hear.
You got me to pick them, but I can't take them. Can't take them by double digits. With the running back they have up there, they can still sling the ball a bit, and a nasty defense. New head coach.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about the pass game.
Not as much, no.
Because G. Smith, I mean, he had a great game this week against New Haven. 2 pick sixes.
2 pick sixes. He's up to
insane.
6 picks on the season.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I think, I mean, they're not going to throw the ball. East Noble, they're not that much at least. And this week, like I said, Bradbury, if he needs to throw it, he's got Fuller, he's got Faust. I mean,
he's got Fazio out of the backfield.
Fazio's had a great year. I mean,
he has had a fantastic season.
Him and Parrish together out of the backfield that's a great.
That defense for Columbia City is gutty.
Oh yeah.
Nasty defense.
I think no one has them going out of sectionals because of Leo this year, but I think they win sectionals too. I might be getting ahead of myself.
All right. Let's wait and see who we draw first. Oh wait, that's right. Sectional draw is a week from Sunday.
Yeah. If Columbia City wins this week,
season flies.
Depending on how they look.
I didn't tell you. I actually got back from Kendallville tonight. We had our game up at Kendallville tonight. I coached 7th grade football for all our listeners. Yeah.
How'd that go?
We lost 12-6. And arguably the best played game we've had all season.
That's always the worst games to lose are the ones that are the best played.
Well, it's also the worst way to lose. I mean, we had the ball with 2 minutes. I don't even know if there's 2 minutes left. It might have been a minute 40. We had the ball on our own. I think it was like our own 25-yard line. And we're like, all right, we're down 6. We got to go down and get a score. So we throw the ball. We're getting ready to throw the ball. The center snaps it over the QB's head.
Oh my god!
QB goes, he jumps on it. I'm like, okay, we got the ball. It's 2nd and 15, 2nd and 17, whatever. And we're yelling at him, okay, run the same play because we only had one timeout left. We're we don't want to burn it now. Run the same play, run it again. Go up to the line, center snaps it, hits his butt. East Noble jumps on it, game over. I was like, oh no,
that's rough.
Oh,
that is rough. You
so
that first snap, the momentum there is just.
Yeah. So unfortunately, it's looking like that loss is going to keep us out of the playoffs because only 2 teams. So the way NE8 works in middle school is they're split in half with the North and South. We're in the North, and only 2 teams from each side make it.
Really?
And with East Noble's win tonight, they locked up theirs. And so now we just have to hope and pray Leo loses next week.
Which Leo being Leo?
Leo.
Yeah.
They beat us by 6.
Really? That's it?
Yeah. Dang. We have not allowed, our defense has not allowed more than 12 points in a single game.
That's impressive.
And we're still 2-4.
That's unfortunate.
It's a very unfortunate, let me tell you.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, Columbia City this year.
I don't know, man. It's awful. It's awful gutsy. I did. She's written down. All right.
Columbia City.
Let's go back over some of our picks. Ayden, if you end up changing your mind, I'll give you one free change of mind here. All right.
Oh,
Going with Ayden. Thursday night football. Bucks. He's gonna take the under. Bucks Falcons. He's taking the under. Sunday morning, Jets Vikings. Ayden's taking the Jets and the under. Bears Panthers. He's taking the Panthers and hitting the over in Chicago. Ravens Bengals taking the Ravens and the under. Dolphins Patriots taking the Pats and the under. Browns Commanders taking the Browns in a bit of an upset game. He is taking the over in that one. Originally said under, but then he's like, well, hold on a minute. Let's punch the over on this.
yeah.
Colts Jags. Taking the Jags to get their first win of the season.
They got to eventually.
And he took the under. Bills Texans. Buffalo getting the win down in Houston and hitting the over. Cardinals 49ers taking the Cardinals in the over. Doesn't think that 49ers defense can stand up to those Cardinals offense?
Yeah, no. Kyler Murray.
Wow.
Those legs.
Packers Rams and his lock of the week. Packers with the under. Giants Seahawks hitting the over. Cowboys Steelers in the under. Two good defenses playing there. Saints Chiefs taking the Saints over. Jumping down, Purdue, Wisconsin, taking Wisconsin in the under. Missouri, A&M, Missouri hitting the under on that one. IU Northwestern, IU the over and the lock of the week for college.
Oh yeah.
Michigan, Washington in the over, and then CC East Noble, CC by 10. Hear anything you want to change?
Nope. Not.
Oh, he's locking it in.
Yes, sir.
Up and over to my half. Thursday night football. I'm taking the Falcons in the over. Expecting some high-powered offense. Actually, taking that game to go to overtime.
Really?
A little bit of
You know what?
extra free football.
I think it will too. Actually, that'll be a good game. That'll be
probably extra one of the best free games of the football, week. Buddy. I always love extra free football.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Jets Vikings. I'm agreeing with him. Taking the Jets in the under. Bears Panthers. Can't pick against my Bears. Kidding me?
Yeah.
My Bears. My Bears are gonna get above 500.
I'm unfortunately in the same boat with the Browns, so I get it.
Bears are gonna win the NFC North.
Okay. I don't know about that. All right.
It's all right. All we gotta do is deal with the Packers.
Well, and the Vikings and Lions now.
Well,
every team other than the Bears is pretty good this year.
well, you're right, but Ravens in the under. Patriots Dolphins in the under. That's just not an appealing game to me at all.
Such a bad game. I don't
like. I'm sitting here thinking like, why are we even talking about it?
I think I won't watch it this week. I'll just I'll look at the after game summary. I usually have all the games up on my TV monitors. Yeah, and I'm good.
Yeah, when I was taking notes for tonight, I was sitting there in my chair, and I'm sitting upstairs, and I'm writing down all the stuff from the games, and I'm like, Dolphins and Patriots really play this week? Do I really have to talk about this?
Gosh.
Like, and who knows? Maybe it's going to end up being the best game of the week. It could be. It's going to end up like 2-0. Someone's going to get a safety.
That's it. It's a good thing I took the under.
Man. Browns Commanders. I'm telling you, those Commanders. NFC dark horse.
I know they're winning the division, which is crazy.
Colts Jags, taking the Colts in the under. Give me Joe Flacco, baby.
If he starts.
If he starts. I don't think AR will be back.
Hopefully not.
Buffalo taking on Houston down in Houston. I'm taking Buffalo in the over. That Josh Allen led offense. Man,
he's special.
Beautiful. He is special.
He's special.
I would make a hot take right now. I could get flamed for it.
Best QB in the league.
I mean, let's be honest.
I don't know if I disagree.
let's be honest with ourselves. He maybe has been, like, arguably, he maybe has been for the last 3 years.
I think he's the most hated QB in the league.
Easily the most hated. But he's honestly the most consistent.
Yeah, he's like the most I guess underrated.
And, like,
Everyone's
I guess my thing with him this year as well is the big talk that everyone's saying the reason he's not elite is he's turning the ball over too much. He has no interceptions.
yeah, he doesn't
None.
turn the ball over. He's not turning it over this year. What's your excuse now?
Because he plays for the Buffalo Bills.
Which haven't been good in decades. I mean,
Is this the year? Is this year Buffalo gets over the hump and wins the Super Bowl?
Hey, if they even go to the Super Bowl, I think Bills fans would be happy.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about do they want Sean McDermott out of there?
I have seen that. I mean, Josh Allen is playing Josh Allen football right now,
And that's all you need.
yeah, agreed.
Josh Allen, like, I'm not going to say single-handedly, but pretty much single-handedly, their first 3 games won them the game.
Yeah, I think you have a fair point with your MVP statement.
Raiders, Broncos. Raiders in the under. That one's also not very appealing.
Yeah, no.
49ers, Cardinals. This one's going to be a fun one. But I am taking the 49ers. And this is where I'm making my change. I'm hitting the under.
On the 49ers Cardinals?
Yeah.
I guess 49.5 is quite a...
Well, it's also with that defense that the 49ers got. Gutty defense.
Yeah. Kyler Murray's probably going to get at least sacked 3 times.
That's it? Only 3? Is he going to throw any interceptions?
No.
Ooh.
Nope. No interceptions
I bet
from...
49ers might get a pick 6 this week.
Really?
2 in a row? 2 weeks in a row? Pick 6?
No. I don't see it.
Packers, Rams. Ayden's lock of the week. This is your lock of the week. Could have taken that as my lock of the week. I didn't. Packers and hitting the under. Giants, Seahawks. I hit Seahawks at the over. That's my lock of the week. Geno Smith is going to keep balling, baby.
He's, yeah. Even in the loss, balled out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Steelers, Cowboys. I'm taking the Steelers in the under. 2 defenses. 2 teams normally known for their defense. We'll see how that turns out this week. Saints, Chiefs. I'm hitting Saints in the over. Both offenses can score points. And that Chiefs offense just... I mean, you lost another weapon this week.
Oh yeah.
I don't see how they can get it done.
Nope.
Purdue, Wisconsin. I have to pick Purdue, but I'm taking the under. I haven't been able to score. IU, Northwestern. I'm hitting the over.
Oh yeah.
Taking Tennessee. Taking Tennessee to win their game. Taking Tennessee in the under.
All right.
And Rutgers, Nebraska. I'm taking Rutgers in the over. And then he convinced me. CC by 1.
I'm telling you.
I'm still not very confident about my pick.
You won't regret it.
If nobody's busy on Thursday nights, go and listen to Around the Fort, and my pick might be different. My pick might be different on Thursday night.
Hey, don't let them change your pick. Don't let them convince you.
You know what I'm going to do? As soon as we're done with this podcast, I'm going to hop on and probably look at all the East Noble stats. And I'm going to be sitting over here kicking my butt.
I can tell you.
Picked Columbia City.
I can tell you their stats right now.
How many?
Biddle's 52% completion, 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Ooh, Biddle's
Rushing game has just over 1,000 yards on the year. Columbia City has over almost 2,000 rushing yards this year. Riddle me that. Almost 2,000 rushing yards. And although he has 777 passing yards, but and Bradbury only has 640, but Bradbury also has a 68% completion with 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So he's a lot more accurate. More touchdowns, less interceptions. I mean, it's looking clear cut to me.
Oh man, I am gonna look up. See how many points Columbia City has allowed this season compared to how many East Nova has allowed.
A lot more than Columbia City.
Probably. Well, yes, probably because they've also already played Leo.
Are you doing just any 8 points?
Points just in general.
Just in general. Because Columbia City allowed, what, 0 against? What was that?
They've allowed 48 all season.
Columbia City?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad
Through 6 games?
weeks. Now let's look at East Noble.
I'm going to say like 60 something.
You think 60 something?
Probably. If I had
No.
to assume.
Hey, that was Josh Allen.
Hey, that's
86. 86.
86 points.
What in the world? Quit playing ads.
86 points.
86.
That tells you enough right there.
Yeah, but what was Columbia City's points for? I should have looked at that before.
Oh, so much more.
Is it?
You had like
Is it though?
70. You had 42. You had.
Oh yeah, the 70 burger.
Yeah, that's gonna like boost it by so. I'm telling you, dude. Columbia City's gonna win this game.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you.
Like, I love my Eagles. I mean, my brother's on the freaking team.
McDavid will play the 4th quarter.
Oh, okay. Now that's a wild 312.
Yeah, he will not. He will not play the 4th quarter. But I just thought I'd it'll be too close.
Man, I don't know.
Whatever. Yeah, don't change it this week either.
For now, I might change it on Thursday.
No.
For ours, it's staying at CC by 1. But my pick for Thursday, with Around the Fort, I might have to take East Noble by 1. Because either way, I'm going to be 1-1.
is that your philosophy there?
Hey, rather be 500 than 0.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Oh man.
Shoot.
Well,
all right.
Been real.
It has.
You got anything? You got any news or nothing? Do you need to highlight?
I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover from this week's football world.
Yeah, I believe I have too. But yeah, this has been episode 101 of Beyond the Scoreboard, folks.
Oh yes, sir, it has.
This has been fun.
I'm so ready for what's to come.
Yeah, week 2.
Oh, yeah.
Next week I will have a bit more stats for you guys. A bit more news. And then obviously next week we'll come back in and look at how Ayden and I both did with our picks. See who was more right, more wrong. I mean, there's a lot here that we've had opposites of.
Oh yeah. But hey,
so it'll be interesting to see.
You'll be glad I convinced you on that final pick there. So
we'll see.
So.
We'll see about that one. So if no one's doing anything, Thursday night, 6:45, hop on to YouTube, SummitCitySports.com, or even on Facebook and look up Summit City Sports. Go and watch Around the Fort with me, Casey O'Boyle, Jake the Snake Smith, and Jeff Mahoney. It'll be Thursday night. Check back in next Wednesday morning as Beyond the Scoreboard 02 will be coming to you next Wednesday morning. Be exciting.
That's right. That is
It will be very, very exciting. I gotta think what else I have. Go out and watch football.
Oh yeah.
Watch sports in general.
watch the games this weekend? You make
MLB
picks?
postseason started tonight.
Yeah. Did it?
I think the Royals played tonight.
Really? Is it
I mean,
so? Yeah.
let me check on that. I'm pretty sure it was Royals. Yeah, because Bobby Witt Jr.
Hmm.
made his MLB postseason debut. Padres are also. Oh, there was a bunch of games. Mets beat the Brewers 8-4. Royals beat the Orioles 1-0.
Dang.
Tigers beat Astros 3-1, and currently the Padres are beating the Braves 3-0. So watch
All right.
sports, folks. NBA's not too far out from starting, are they?
I think
2 weeks? Or this weekend, I think, is preseason, actually.
really. Dang, I didn't
I
realize
thought
it's
that's
that
what I
soon.
read. Thought that's what I read.
All
I'm
right.
going to be following probably the Grizzlies with Zach Edey.
Okay.
Friday the 4th.
Dang.
Hey, did you see Zach Edey was announced as a starter?
That's crazy. I'll be watching the
Rookie of the
Cavs.
year. Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
Who
We're
else?
gonna have
Who else?
a lot of crazy takes to discuss throughout this season. This
Who
will
else?
be a
Who
fun.
else?
This will be a fun
Bronny.
podcast.
Bronny.
No.
Bronny's a bum.
No, he's awful. He's awful.
Oh, hot takes, folks. Hot takes.
But
All right.
Come
Well,
back next week and break down our picks and everything else, and
we'll talk a little bit about the NBA preseason that's evidently starting this weekend. Keep an eye on big man Zach Edey out of Memphis. All right, get out, watch some football this week, folks. This has been Jackson and Ayden from Beyond the Scoreboard. Thank you for listening.